Hi everyone, Steve Gonzer, physical therapist and chief analyst at runsmartonline.com. So I'm posting an article about knee pain, and a lot of people are writing about knee pain and strengthen the hips, do all this different stuff. But I wanted you guys to understand a little bit more about the mechanics of why our knees get injured so much, because the knee is just this kind of stupid joint between the hip and the foot that just takes all the blunt force when we run, or when we do everything. So I wanted to kind of cover that. I'm going to show you some run footage here that explains a little bit about the movements of the knee, and then why the knee gets so beat up because of poor mechanics of the hip or the foot and ankle. So take a look at this runner. You can understand how the knee gets beat up so bad. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to show you guys this runner just to give you an idea of what we're talking about when we look at knee motion and why the knee is so beat up. So the knee has this primary movement, and if we look at the side view here, the knee has a primary movement of flexion, extension. Flexion being like bringing your heel towards your butt. An extension in an open chain when the foot's off the ground would be here as that leg swings through, the knee is extending out. Or we have closed chain, which is the foot's on the ground, and now you're going to see the knee goes from straight to bent, so the knee is flexing through mid-stance, and then it comes back off. We're looking at that push-off leg. Now it goes back to extension. This is kind of closed chain extension when the foot's on the ground. But everyone thinks that the knee is this hinge joint, and it just hinges through. But there's more subtle movements than that, and this is where the knee gets in trouble, because to straighten that knee, so if we look at that leg that's off the ground on that side view, we have our quadriceps that fire, and then our hamstrings fire to slow it down towards the end range. But we're just using knee muscles there. So we're using the quadriceps on the front and the hamstrings on the back. And that is great for the hinge part of the joint, but the knee has these accessory motions, which I talk about in the article on runsmartonline.com. And that's where we see with this front view. So you can see her knee's in pretty decent alignment here. And what you're going to find is that as she goes through the motion, she's going to completely lose that alignment. So everything's in alignment here. I actually want to show you on the opposite leg. Let's bring the opposite leg through. So knees in good alignment. And what we're going to find is that as she loads into the ground, you're going to see that whole leg buckle in and almost spin inwards uncontrollably. So you're going to see her hit and then start spinning. Look at how that knee buckles inwards. So really what we're seeing here is we're seeing excessive rotation of the femur going in. We also see adduction of this thigh, adduction meaning the leg is going inwards, the thigh is going inwards, so it's adducting to the body. The problem is that the knee, the quadriceps, and the hamstrings, they're not meant to stabilize in this position. What's meant to hold the knee in alignment are the foot muscles pulling up this way, and then the hip muscles pulling on this femur. So you can see, the knee is really dependent on the other joints. It's just this joint that sits between two other friends, and if the friends aren't kind to it, they just kind of abuse it, and the knee gets hurt. This is a huge damaging force. This causes IT band issues. It causes what's called Chondromalacia Patella, which is just simply your runner's knee, where the front of the kneecap, that's like anterior knee pain here. It can cause IT band injuries, which is over there. You can get medial knee pain because now this runner is going to be having a lot of distraction forces here and here on the inside part of the knee, but it's all controlled from the hips. So that's why we want to make sure that everyone's targeting their hips. If you have knee pain, this is why. It's not the knee's fault, so you shouldn't really be targeting the hips at all, or the knee at all, rather. You got to be targeting above and below that joint to help them out. So be very specific in what you're trying to do. Jump on over to our site. You can try our Base 6 Bootcamp, which is perfectly designed to help fight this and to control for these rotation forces. But talk nice to your knee. It's not the knee's fault. If you want to talk bad about something because your knee hurts, look to the hip, look to the foot.